Hi everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about when to hire a tax attorney. So, we get a lot of calls into our office, and one main question they have is, why do I need a tax attorney, or when should I hire a tax attorney? And that's a great question. So a tax attorney's main job is to aggressively advocate on behalf of their clients in front of the IRS. And so what that means is a tax attorney should obviously know the tax code. And that's a big part of this. An attorney needs to know what the IRS is or isn't allowed to do when it comes time to making assessments and when it comes time to collecting the tax. There is a huge IRS Bill of Rights that every taxpayer gets, and in there it has rights that each taxpayer has so that the IRS is not taking advantage of the taxpayers. So an attorney's job is to know these tax codes, know the Bill of Rights, understand how to protect clients from the IRS. And there's many Internal Revenue codes that attorneys know about. A lot are used more often than others, but it is an attorney's job to know this code and understand how to apply it. Secondarily, it's really important to understand the IRS process and procedure. And the reason why is because there's a lot of holes in that process. The Internal Revenue Manual gives guidance to the IRS on how they need to act when it comes to certain things like collecting, how to collect, when to collect, or audits, exams. And so there's a whole manual out there on what the process and procedure should be. And the reason why it's important to know that is because there's a lot of holes there. And if you are a fantastic attorney, not only do you know the code, but you know the IRS process and procedure, and you can use it against the IRS. If we know that they're understaffed at a certain department, or we know that they don't have the resources or the training to deal with a matter, we can really use that to the advantage of our clients. And so alongside having the tax code and knowing the tax code is knowing the process and procedure and how to use that against the IRS. Lastly, an attorney can sue the IRS. So our law firm files U.S. tax court petitions, meaning we sue the IRS when we think they're making a mistake, and we will be able to go to trial and make sure the IRS does things the way that they should and that they're not taking advantage of our clients. So just as a recap, an attorney, a tax attorney specifically, needs to know the IRS tax code, know the IRS process and procedure and how to use it against them, and 3, understand when to file a U.S. tax court petition and sue the IRS to make sure they're doing the right thing. If you guys need a tax attorney, you can always reach out to us. You can find more information on our website, victorytaxlaw.com. We have a bunch of blogs and FAQs on there and a lot of useful information. Thank you guys.